Today might have been the hottest day of the year, but I think you'll agree there's nothing hotter than Cheryl's moves on the dance floor. Now that deserves a round of applause, I think. That was absolutely... So, as you should know, on Wednesday, Big Brother slid open its glittering patio doors to welcome in new celebs times 13. Unlucky for some, but never for us. Here's a recap of the week-ish that was.
Julie Goodyear, the situation. Julie and Clary.
Hello. You guys have some fun. You better believe it.
Big Brother wants to see what formidable drama queens you really are.
You keep giving me the evils. Don't talk shite. Shut up.
Big Brother started.
Are you a Gemini?
I am a Gemini.
Oh, I'm constantly attracted to Gemini.
I think Danica's hot. I feel like she likes me too, but I don't know how much.
She's playing games. You know it.
I interact with men and women on the internet. I feel really relaxed and safe.
Not for long.
This is the calm before the storm.
It's about to turn nasty. The person that I've chosen to nominate is Danica.
Brienne. Jasmine.
Jasmine, you need to go home.
Facing this week's public vote are Rian and Jasmine.
God help the 3 people that voted for me actually like what to say.
Fuck off.
Don't like escorts.
Escort.
Think it's gross.
It's just so horrible.
See? Sneeze, pee, everything.
Wow. Good. Do you think that showed your full range of talents?
Cheers.
British girls are crazy, bro.
I need to say sorry to you, Danica. I'm just sorry. I think that we should just have a fucking good time.
Do not be fooled.
I think the next few weeks will bring tears, tantrums.
One day is like a week's worth of the soap opera episodes here.
Little shits.
5 days in and already there's been secret tasks, tears and several situations. And who better to talk us through the A to Z listers than my 3 guests? He's the Jasmine to our Danica, the Davina to our Brian, the Magaluf to our Magaloof, and quite frankly, the only guest we can get to turn up like clockwork on a Sunday. It's Ian Lee.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
I thought you'd be happy with that. Joining him is psychologist and body language expert, Dr. Pam Spur. First time on my show, I'm so excited. And finally, earlier this year, she spent 21 days in the celeb Big Brother house, shredding her housemates' letters from home and trying to stop Denise Welch from getting her tits out. Forgive and forget, I say. It's Nicola McLean! Okay, but before we chew over the last 5 days' events, like that rock-hard bit of gum that spends its lifetime in Julie's gob, Jamie has something he wants to ask. Jamie?
Yeah, I do. What I want to know is exactly what age do you have to be for we to come out when... Oh, 38. If you don't know the answer to that, then feel free to get in touch about anything else Celeb BB related. Details are on screen now, and for goodness sake, this is not an opportunity for you to send me your sex texts, okay? Back to you, Alice.
Wink. Thanks, Jamie. So Celebrity Big Brother is obviously back, and we are very excited about that. But Ian, what are you making of our new lot of lodgers?
Yeah.
They're good, yeah? I told you to be quiet and polite, but is this all you can do?
I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying Jasmine because she is obviously completely and utterly bonkers, isn't she? She's like properly...
Pam will be able to tell us if that's the official term, but...
I think it is the medical term. Don't leave any sharp knives with her because she will kill everybody in that house.
Oh, wow.
It's wonderful.
I don't think she's dangerous. Maybe a tongue. Razor-sharp tongue.
Razor-sharp tongue.
Ow! Girl! I didn't mean just say girl. I got carried away in the moment.
I know.
So what are your thoughts, Pam, from a professional psychological perspective? What do you think
we had a red carpet pick and mix, didn't we? You know, there is such a variety of personalities, but what's fascinating is there are a number of personalities in there who have similar traits of stability and resilience. Mm-hmm. So like Martin, Lorenzo, Harvey, Colleen, Julie, Cheryl, they've all got a lot of key traits that are quite similar and are good for the house. It's very positive. It only takes one Jasmine, though, to cause an explosion.
It does. It definitely does. Launch night saw Boreham Wood go Hollywood with some of the best acting this world has ever seen. Would you have fallen for it, Nicola?
Well, it was really like the task that Natalie did, yeah. To be honest,
I started clocking on to that it was a task with Natalie.
Okay.
You know, she kept on coming up to me and saying the same thing, and I really wanted to say, piss off! But then I thought, oh my God, she must be on a task. This is like really,
hold your tongue.
Really bizarre, yeah. So yeah, I think it was quite obvious. I do
Especially
think.
first night, maybe first few hours.
Yeah.
But then again,
But they
more
were
drama
brilliant.
since.
But sensible to approach Harvey with that, because he's an idiot. So he would get totally...
Oh, don't say that. Harvey's nice.
He's sweet.
I didn't say he wasn't sweet and nice. He's lovely. He's like a big Labrador puppy.
How can you call someone out of So Solid Crew an idiot?
Now
Because he
don't
can't-
set it up for him, Nicola. Don't set it up for him. Well, I think it's fair to say that Julie always brings a touch of class to proceedings. After all, she is just Julie. Should we take a look?
Wow. You keep giving me the evils. Don't talk shite. I'm not having the looks that you're giving me across the room. Shut up. Fucking leave it.
Oh, I don't trust these two bitches now.
Oh, it's like a mouldy cock, innit? The poor bastard.
In the house are 11 other housemates, not quite as talented as you.
That's very true. Harvey, give it her. Thank you.
Julie, you're the best, man.
I can't believe I said bellend. Little bugger. She's fucking like this. Bog off, cock off. Ooh. Just a bit lower.
Oh my God, absolutely brilliant. Ian, is Julie up your street?
I love Bet Lynch. These kids in the audience don't realise, in the 70s and 80s, Bet Lynch was like a hot sex symbol. She was like the thing. She looks like Les Dawson now, but she was the thing. She was very important in my growing up as a young man. I love Bet Lynch. I think she's fantastic.
Not technically a name, but I'm going to roll with it. Nicola, does the house need a matriarch? Do we need a kind of alpha female like Julie?
Oh, she's brilliant. She's amazing. She's so funny, and I think that she's shocked a lot of people because she's really nice, and I think that people thought she was going to be a bit more of a bitch. But
and diva-ish,
I think that will come. I think she's fantastic. She's a really good housemate.
The cigarette with the cigarette holder, that's fantastic,
Can you
isn't
stop
it?
interrupting
I do
me?
apologise,
Oh, God,
you finished.
I knew I couldn't even finish a part.
Your point wasn't very valid, and you took
Ian,
a breath, so I dived
my
in
love
there.
for my life.
Yes.
She seems enamoured with Harvey already, and John, his bellend. Why do they get on so well?
What, Julie and his belly?
Julie and Harvey, I think I mean.
Because, you know, she likes young, good-looking men. She was famous as a player, and he's a young, good-looking man, and he likes flirting, you know, he likes the
And
milk.
she is a flirt.
She
boy,
is.
Oh boy.
Mucky.
Well, Colleen is perhaps one person that hasn't fallen under her spell. Let's take a little look.
I know a lot of people that have worked with Julie, and they said, "Oh, she can be really difficult, and if she likes you, great, and if she doesn't, you're in big trouble." So I was a little bit scared, and then I've come in, and she seems to just love everyone. You know, oh, aren't they lovely, the young ones? Oh, isn't Prince lovely, and isn't this lovely? And I'm thinking, there's something insincere about it.
Does Colleen want Julie's position in the house, or is this still all about the nomination?
I think this is more about the nominations. Now, she quite naturally could have been a sort of co-matriarch, and the first couple of days they were bonding really well. So when she was nommed by her, it was like a betrayal.
Yeah.
A real betrayal. So she's hurting deeply about it, she's angry about it, and that last bit where she, you know, her body language says when she does that thing about, and, you know, she's insincere. She feels bad saying that about her. But no, I think it's caused a lot of conflict, and I hope Colleen kind of moves on with it, because she could be a fantastic kind of co-matriarch.
Okay, because she aligned herself perhaps with it
And
initially.
I think she could realign her if she can just forgive for that nom.
Forget.
Exactly.
Face-to-face nominations always cause a stir. Do you think the right people went up, though?
Yeah, I do. And when Jasmine got nominated, I was like, yeah, get her out. But she should stay in, because she is the most exciting housemate in there. She's really exciting. You know, she's bonkers, and she's you know, a bitch. But that would make exciting TV. The thing I don't get about it is they're all like, oh no, I've got to nominate. Oh no, I've got to. But they've seen Big Brother before. They know the concept is you go in.
It's hard when you're in
It's not
there.
hard.
Only
It's not
Martin
hard.
really said it's a game, let's just not get offended by it.
Yeah.
But pretty much everyone
It's
seems to get-
impossible when you're in there to not get offended, and you feel bad nominating. Like you do, you genuinely
Why?
do.
Shred,
Because you
shred,
like
shred,
these people. Yeah, I wanted my letter, so I shredded. I did. But nominations are difficult, and you haven't done it, so you should try.
You get the same money if you're in there for 3 minutes or 3 weeks.
Which
So
I think was the Prince. That was the Prince's argument.
Prince Tony of Hollyoaks,
Yeah.
of course. His argument is it's a game. You get the same.
But you shouldn't go in there. People shouldn't be in there for the money. People should be in
What
there
in there for? The
experience.
spiritual
Nicola,
journey.
you're the only one that has been in there. Is
I
nominating?
was in there for a spiritual journey, actually. Thank you very much.
And it was a roller coaster.
And it was a roller coaster one.
Do you think nominating because people have kids or because they're missing their kids, is that a cop out?
Well, Michael nominated me on the when we did the live nominations. Michael Madsen nominated me for missing my kids, and to be fair, I was miserable and I was crying, as you all seen, and I was quite happy to go home.
Yeah. I think if you're talking about it and saying you're missing them, you've kind of got to expect that people might use
as well. You'd prefer him to say she's missing her kids, she wants to go home, than she's an absolute bitch, get her out. Do you know what I mean?
I think you probably
I was quite
would.
happy with that.
Now, for those of you who think we've gone all starry just because we've got a house full of celebs, think again. We're still scraping the bottom of the barrel just as we always have. We've even got the same old bog standard contact details. Just look. Get in touch on Twitter or through our website. I know, boring. Pam's going rubbish. After the break, we'll find out if Danica's flirting could land her in a sticky situation, and Jamie will be revealing some exclusive house action. See you in a bit. On the side. Now, sure, Julie Goodyear's been a TV icon since 1966, but we've been on 5-star for over a year now, so put that in your fancy cigarette holder and smoke it. You heard it. So, some would say that the new celeb housemates like the sound of their own voices. I'm more inclined to go with big, fat, massive love their own voices. Here's an extended look at the celebrity housemates' diary rooms.
I actually like Harvey. He's definitely performing, but they've definitely fulfilled their 2 roles. Julie's amazing. I love her, but she is what she is. She's definitely Queen Bee. There's a few others vying for Queen Bee position, I believe, but she's leagues ahead of them. No one else will get Queen Bee in this house. She's way too smart, way too clever for anyone else.
Who are the ladies in waiting?
Oh gosh, Colleen and Cheryl.
He's a nice brown bear, meant to represent myself. He's got me and Matt McKenzie. This is a judo kit, Big Brother, and it's got like a little England flag there, and that's it really. Just
show them the tail,
like my nice little tail. You know what I mean? And it's just like a little judo kind of teddy, Big Brother.
And Danica, what about you?
This is Willie, and the real Willie is at home, and he's a mini sausage dog, and I miss him a lot. That's why I bought mine.
What do the rest of the housemates think of your toys?
I think sometimes they think I'm a bit silly with a teddy. Do you?
No.
Do you not?
With mine, no. I don't know about yours. Like, I don't know.
Or maybe it's me being paranoid.
Probably embarrassed. I don't think. Nah. I got this made for me. I don't give a shit what other people think. To be fair, so that's simple.
And this is Willie.
Like simple.com. You know what I'm saying?
Little Willy Woozles. Little Willy Woozles.
Which housemates have been snoring next to you?
Which I think it might be Mike on my left side. I'm not sure. And then I have Cheryl on the far right. And then there's some in the back that make occasional gurgling sounds. It's almost like there's an alien in the room, and it just comes out of nowhere. It's almost like there's an oxygen tank that's stuck or something, or balloons being blown up, but it's being blocked as the air is going in there. That's the best way to describe the gurgling sound.
Time now to get real deep into the inner workings of the celebs' quirks and foibles. And thankfully, Dr. Pam Spur is still DTP. That's down to psych, for those of you who aren't fluent in Jersey Shore. So last night, the situation told Big Brother that Danica was his kryptonite. Pam, they've only been in there 5 days. How has he fallen so hard?
Well, first, it's like a time machine in there. Everything is fast-forwarded, so it's very intense, and things happen very quickly. And he went in with very submissive and insecure body language. The only way someone like, the Sitch is going to then bond is through a sort of social boosting relationship where his social value is boosted by having relationship. His very first conversations with both Martin and also Lorenzo were about the chicks. He was going to get the chicks. So that's what he had to do. And then when he met Danica, of course, she's the kind of perfect foil for him. They both have this kind of flirtatious way about them. They're both very highly sexually charged sort of characters. And also, he's in his sexual prime. I mean, Ian will know all about this. He's a young man, he's fit, he's not drinking.
Did he tell you to say that? Please don't repeat anything else he's told you to say.
We were making mad, passionate love before the show,
in the green room.
She knows.
Right, yeah, when I was getting the countdown.
So he was just primed for this sort of relationship.
Will he end up getting played by Danica, though?
No, he's not going to be played by her because he has sussed out that, she has this sort of maybe ideal man on the outside world. But he, as he said to Colleen in the garden, he's going to take it day by day. So he's optimistic, again, I think because of his sexual chemistry. He's just ready for a pair bond, and in, let's get the jargon, he's ready to pull.
He's got the confidence that it may happen, hasn't he?
Exactly.
Do you think that Danica will rinse him, basically?
I don't quite know what rinse
Well,
means.
is she kind of in it for the show rather
She's talking to me. Yes, sorry.
Behind the time.
Does she actually like him, or is she kind of playing him, just sort of using him for the show?
Why don't you say that first of all?
Because I was trying to be street and obviously it's backfired.
It's backfired horribly. We've all got egg in our face. Let's go home. No, she is. Well, she's playing him a little bit. What he needs to do is he needs to put his hat on straight or take it off, and use more of that cream he's got. That
all right, Grandad.
Pull his trousers up. Put a belt on. Use more of that cream that makes his face shiny. There's a cream that makes your face shiny.
Botox.
The heat in the studio.
Don't be so rude. I'm just saying.
Well, one thing is for certain: she certainly hates the smell of luxury cupcakes. Does Danica? She can't stand it. Let's remind ourselves.
I want to leave it like that. Come on, give us a hug. No.
I didn't think you were going to do that. I think Danica's hot. Now, she may like me as a friend. You never know. She may have a boyfriend. I don't know. I have to find out. I didn't even ask her if she's got a boyfriend.
And I just did my face, too.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, smell me.
Oh. Yeah, you smell like coffee.
Like she's like my kryptonite, and I'm Clark Kent.
What is your dream?
To meet, the man of my dreams. And I may have already met him. That's about it.
Notice she walked past a bathroom and 2 sinks in order to enlist Mike's help. Just saying, just putting it out there. Pam, in tonight, so Jasmine, she told Jasmine that she was seeing someone. So what's with all this flirting?
Well, Danica's whole social identity is about her femininity and her flirting. That's what she does for a job. That's the way she actually relates to people. Even on the first night when she got in the double bed with Rian, she said, we can always cuddle up if we feel lonely. So she even flirts with women. So she's
not necessarily sexual.
Exactly. It's a flirt right across the board. I think she is quite a sexual being too. But, it's just the way she relates. And she'll do that to practically any housemate. I'm sure she uses that kind of body language and flirtatious signals that she gives off.
That's her tactic.
Yes.
He's a seasoned reality show star, so is this all just for the cameras, or does he like her?
I think he likes her. I think he does. I mean, she's stunning. She's beautiful. And obviously he doesn't know about rinsing guys, and so he was quite upset about that.
He was quite shocked by that, wasn't he?
Yeah, because she seems quite nice, doesn't she? But
she's quite girl next door, and maybe
she is. And then you find out that she goes on the internet and gets men to buy her things, and she's just vile.
Well, she's kind of just shopping, isn't she? A bit like Harvey said, not really a talent, perhaps, just saying you want a MacBook, but...
Well, it's just so... maybe I'm just jealous because people wouldn't do that for me. Maybe I need a wish list.
Other laptops are available.
Yeah, I think he likes her. I do think he does.
It's
but
genuine.
I don't think she does him.
Oh, we'll find out, won't we? Nicola's not sure. Well, I think it's fair to say that Jasmine is not at the top of Danica's infamous wish list. Let's remind ourselves.
I came over here to say, is everything okay? Is everything good? Is everything cool?
That's not what you came here to... That's not what you said.
You change. Jasmine, it's a game. And you're making people feel so uncomfortable, including me.
I'm trying very hard to, so that's good to know.
Why?
Because I don't like escorts.
Escort?
I just don't like your ways. I'm just sorry. I'm really sorry. I'd like it...
Like, I'm angry. I'm actually shaking. I'm that angry inside, like, of what I've just seen over the last few hours.
It's all mind games, Rian. One thing I'll say is, do not be fooled.
So Danica told Rian to be wary of Jasmine's mind games. Pam, is she right to say that?
Oh, definitely right. Who wouldn't be wary of her? And, you know, in some ways, though, it's kind of a pot-kettle situation, because I also think Danica has a very sort of, she's definitely in it for herself. So I would expect to see more manipulative behaviour from her too.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, Jasmine quite clearly has an impulsive nature.
Yeah.
She says what comes to her. She acts out any feelings that she has inside that make her uncomfortable, and she sort of delivers these sort of hand grenades, these emotional hand grenades. And then what she does, it's quite a brutal tactic. Like when she told Danica that she's like a prostitute, she then leaves it. So she leaves this horrible emotional hand grenade there.
It's someone else's problem, isn't it?
Yeah, and then she disappears and withdraws, so she doesn't have to finish the conflict.
It's quite clever,
it's
really,
a brutal
because
tactic.
she kind of then just walks away unscathed, it seems.
Yeah.
Why haven't Danica and Jasmine got on from the very beginning? I mean, there's been a problem there from the word go.
Well, I think there's a couple of key points there. First off, with when she looks at Danica, she sees how much male attention she gets. Danica's younger than she is. She's very aware in her world, in the modelling world, it's ridiculous, but she's probably quite old for a model. So I think there's that sort of physical threat. But also, she's got this kind of authoritarian streak to her personality, and she's got a very clear sense of what she thinks is right and wrong. And she thinks she should have higher social status than Danica does. So she's actually been quite really scarred by the fact that Danica wasn't up to face eviction, and she was. So she thinks that's an injustice.
Even though she feels she's been moral and perhaps Danica hasn't in
Exactly.
her eyes.
In her eyes.
In her eyes. Ian, were you surprised that Julian, Cheryl and Harvey all failed to kind of get involved?
It's awkward, isn't it, when there's like a little bit of to and fro going on to kind of step in. I'm surprised more that Julian didn't get involved. I kind of expected he would say, do you know what, actually that's a little bit out of order and a bit harsh. And Harvey tried to redeem himself later on by going, I would have said, you know, you were out of order. Yeah, but you didn't say it, Harvey, so that is complete and utter bullshit.
Yeah, I think a lot of people might have felt that Danica was just sort of left out in the cold there, like nobody stepped in.
I felt a little bit sorry for her. I thought it was a bit harsh,
I think
and I thought it was
did.
a little bit inappropriate.
But Colleen did step in later.
Later on.
She did. Yeah, not at that moment. No one stepped in then.
She was right. Jasmine was right in what she said.
Well, she wasn't.
Well, but it was still quite an aggressive attack. Whether
she was just honest. Like, I don't understand. She was just saying her feelings. So you know, if she'd gone and done it in the diary room, she'd be a bitch. But she did it to her face. I think fair play.
And she's
I thought it wasn't very nice. I don't know. Maybe I'm old-fashioned.
So old-fashioned.
Internet show really. I'm so old-fashioned. Internet show really quickly. She apologised to Jasmine did to the Prince and to Danica. Is that genuine?
It was interesting to watch her body language. Her body language was very defensive. It kept slicing across her face in a sort of trying to block out what she was saying. But it was from the heart. I think she really did feel bad having heard that Danica's mother had passed on.
Yeah.
So, you know, she was genuine in a sense, but she meant what she said.
Okay, thanks, Pam. Mysterious and intriguing, like the contents of Julie's leopard print wash bag, I'm sure you'll agree. Jamie, what does she keep in that pouch?
Last I heard it was 2,357 fags, but she's probably down to just 6 now. Now, the reason I look like I haven't slept is because I was here late last night digging around for exclusives. Check out my extended director's cut of this.
You know that I'm seeing someone?
Yeah.
Yeah, you knew that.
Oh yeah.
Didn't you? You did know that,
Of course I
didn't
knew, yeah. Just forgot.
But she, like...
I thought it was friends.
You thought what?
I thought it was friends, but...
We had this discussion the other day.
You said it was friends, but I'm not entertaining no one. 1 million people probably looking at us. I'm not arguing or looking over this shit. It's cool. You got alright, say, go on. Go.
But, I was just wondering what your opinion was on the situation.
I don't think you'd like snuggling on Sunday nights, in all fairness, as a person. As me seeing
what do you class as a snuggle?
Hug. Is that not snuggle?
I'm allowed to hug people. We're not on a strict level.
Oh, you're not on a strict level. I don't know, because that's what I'm saying. You're seeing someone, and do you know what I'm saying? I'm just only asking you what kind of seeing is it. I don't know, because obviously you mistaked it in the first place, didn't I?
Right, so it's Sunday, aka pub quiz time. It's the perfect opportunity for the celebs to prove to us mere mortals that they're not as silly as they look, /act, /sound. probably are. Delete where appropriate. Let's see how they got on in round one. Ding ding!
Hello, housemates.
Hi. Hello.
Cheryl, Big Brother can't see you. Welcome to Big Brother's Bit on the Side pub quiz.
Bring it on!
Question 1. Which long-running comic announced its closure this week? Was it A, The Dandy, B, The Beano, or C, The Sun?
Oh, well, it's not The Sun, is it?
Definitely not The Sun.
I was just watching the news like a couple days ago.
No.
And
yes,
I didn't even know anything about the Dandy, and all of a sudden it was like the Dandy. He had like millions of dollars of sales like back in the day.
That's got
like the biggest like comic ever, and all of a sudden like the sales are just like so low right now.
Yeah. Are you absolutely
Our
sure?
final answer is
The Dandy.
The Dandy.
I mean, they're contemplating closing and
Oh,
going online.
That's definitely.
Thank goodness you're here.
Which high-profile website was hacked this week? Was it A, BBC News, B, Reuters, or C, Red Hot Mamas?
I fucking hope it was Reuters.
BBC is obvious, right? They're just going to be like, oh, everyone's going to know BBC.
Yeah.
We're gonna go
I'm on with you, actually.
To throw in Reuters, which actually is such a random but high profile, like you guys could have done anything else like Fox News or something, but they're throwing in Reuters, it's got to be me.
I'm on with you, yeah.
Well, we're in England now.
Hacking into the BBC is...
What is Reuters?
It's the news agency.
It's the news.
That's why it makes me think
you don't know
high-profile,
it.
everyone would know. High-profile, everyone
BBC
knows.
would be really embarrassed if
Should we go
that
BBC then? Should we go BBC?
Yeah?
Do we all agree?
Yeah.
The heterosexuals say B.
Which TV show featured Zach, Slater,
Saved by the Bell.
Kelly, and Screech?
Saved by the Bell.
Be Saved by the Bell, please, Big Brother.
Didn't Screech film a porno?
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Oh, I wanted to be
Super geek. You'd never have thought that, would you?
Which Prime Minister was born in a ladies' toilet? Was it A, Winston Churchill, B, Margaret Thatcher, or C, Hugh Grant?
Yeah, I think I heard the story. Churchill, and he was born in a
I've been there.
Exactly. A, final answer.
A. Yeah.
Good old Winston Churchill.
Mind you, she was a greengrocer's. She was a greengrocer's. Greengrocer's thingy. It's Margaret Thatcher.
Who revealed this week that they turned down an Olympic ceremony appearance because they had to mime? Was it A, Noel Gallagher, B, Ozzy Osbourne, or C, Steve Brookstein?
I don't know.
And Noel turned it down because he had to mime, because I spoke to him at a party the other night.
Oh, okay. Nice. All right.
Obviously Noel Gallagher, because the other two wouldn't give a shit.
That's Kempy's mate. You know what I mean? You know that, did ya?
Who's going to ask Steve Brookstein to perform at the Olympics? No one's ever going to ask Steve. No one's ever. Yeah, it's got to be Noel.
Yeah.
And it was at George Michael's party.
Thank you, housemates.
Is the prize really worth something good for every one of us in here if we win?
Thank you very much.
How lovely.
Oh,
Like that.
Big Brother's Bit on the Side, the show that would never want to go home to their kids. As long as they've got a packet of Monster Munch and some water, they're fine, right? Yeah. Jamie, if that social service is on the line, just say I'm not here.
Just give us some matches as well. Thanks, Alice. Tonight's banned words are 20% of 100, not what it says on the autocue. So who have we got first? Line one.
Maggie from Northern Ireland.
Hi, Maggie from Northern Ireland. How are you?
Hello, Jamie from Big Brother. Fantastic shows. That's all I've got to say. Fantastic.
I hope that's not all you've got to say, otherwise you'll be slightly disappointing.
Well, it certainly isn't, but I don't believe in nepotism, but I do believe I am related to Julian Clary. And,
oh, really?
Julian to win.
Wow, how are you related to Julian?
Well, it's a long story, but... gosh, I lived in London for many years, and basically my dog, Sam, sadly deceased, and Fanny the Wonder Dog are full-blood brother and sister.
Wow, so your dog is Fanny's brother?
Yeah. And he knew about that all his life.
Sorry?
My dog, Sam, knew about that all his life. We watched him all the time.
Wow. Was it a nice dog?
Oh, a beautiful dog, and Julian's very welcome to have any photographs. But honestly, we were there on the same day. So basically, I followed Julian every single day in my life afterwards, and I was so glad that my dog had a famous uncle or stepdad or whatever you can call him. And I think Julian's wonderful. I think he should win.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Maggie from Northern Ireland. What a lovely call. Line 2.
We've got Elaine from London.
Hi, Elaine from London. Don't tell me you got the same budgerigard as Julie Goodyear's cleaner.
Almost. Got a goldfish.
Related to any celebrity?
Could be related to you, actually.
That's only being nice. Fucking hell.
Yeah, I know. So, you're looking very lovely tonight, I must say.
Sorry?
You're looking very lovely
Don't
tonight.
try and claw back. Don't try and claw it back, love.
Oh, right. Too late then, is it?
What would you like to talk about?
But I wanted to make a comment about Jasmine, actually, about her, the way she's just kind of like digging into everybody.
Yeah.
I think she's just doing that to cover up her own insecurities.
I think you're probably right, of which I'm sure there are probably a fair few.
Well, yeah, you've got to look at her body to see that, haven't you? I mean, who else keeps themselves that skinny unless they're covering something up?
Some people can't help being skinny, though, to be fair.
Yeah, but, you know, that's taking it to extremes, and nobody's that thin, naturally.
OK, well, thank you very much. I will pass those comments on. Line 3, who have we got?
Stephen from Manchester.
Hello, it's Steve in Manchester.
Oh, it is Stephen from Manchester. There's
Yeah.
an echo.
Hello, mate.
Hi, how are you, mate?
I'm okay. Listen, mate, I've been watching Celebrity Big Brother. It's
Thank
been
God
quite
for
good
that.
This year. I think Julie Goodyear seems to be a nice soul. She seems quite nice with everyone. And Colleen Nolan, she seems all right as well.
Yes.
And there's a problem there seems to be with the situation
Okay.
where Julian was voting the other night, and apparently he had a problem with the women and the men. Now, I'm not sure on the situation, but, you know, I'm not quite sure. And with the other one, the mouthy one, Jasmine,
yes,
she's got a loose tongue, really
She has,
loose.
hasn't she?
And I think it's going to be a bit sorry for Ryan, who probably will be voted out. But I would say Jasmine should be voted out because she has got a lethal tongue, mate.
Yes, but we like those personalities to stay in the house. We don't want the big ones to go, do we?
I know we
I'm
don't.
impartial,
but she
obviously.
Is a bit rotten.
Sorry, what?
She is a bit rotten with some of them.
She is a bit rotten, but you know what? Sometimes, you know, that's life, isn't it? Some people
Yeah,
are a
that's
bit
true.
rotten. Thank you very much for
Okay,
your
mate.
calls. They've been fantastic. Well, that's it for today. Who knows what tomorrow will bring? Will we ever find out what Julie keeps in her wash bag? Will Samantha ever get a storyline? All I know is that I'm back in the phone room, so get in touch if you want to get on air. The details are on screen. Now, it's time to catch up with the task team's answer to Jasmine. Well, she's got dark hair and she's a bit of an evil genius. It's the one and only Jennings.
Hi everybody, Jennings from Task Team here. So our brand new celebrities have already been in the house for 4 nights and we've put them through some tricky tasks so far. First up, Cheryl and Julie become drama queens.
Shut up! Now!
And then Julian and the Situation had to guess why the housemates are famous.
I interact with men and women on the internet.
Hashtag awkward. What have we got up our task wizard sleeves this week? Well, our celebrity housemates are going to be rich! We are giving them a stack load of cash. Cashing in the fat stacks of cash, yo! All the celebrity housemates have to do is spend it on Big Brother treats. They're going to take a go in the Big Brother waltzer, and they're also going to get to go all rock and roll and trash up a hotel room. Someone might even be wearing one of these. Ooh. Plus, there's a really secret part of the task that even I'm not allowed to talk about, so shh. Anyway, I'm off to raid my piggy bank, so see you guys later.
There have been some brilliant tasks already. Nicola, in next week's shopping task, they have to trash a hotel room. Who is the most rock and roll? Who's going to be good at that?
Jasmine.
She will love it, won't she?
Yeah, she'll be really good. I'm sure she's trashed a few.
I actually think Julie could be quite good at it.
Yeah, she'll probably go into like acting mode and yeah, but I think Jasmine will like go nuts on it and really like show us what an absolute Fruit Loop she really is.
You might be right there. They're going to be working as a team, which always makes me slightly nervous, Pam. Can they pass as a group?
I think because they've got so many characters in there who are, you know, they have resilience, they have confidence and stability to their natures. I think they're going to do fantastically.
Mhm.
It would take Jasmine Or maybe, I don't know, maybe even one of the ones who doesn't want to really be involved. Sometimes I feel like Ashley, although he's competitive, he sometimes sort of hangs back a bit. So it really depends on those two, I think.
And there can sometimes be a saboteur, can't there? Sometimes.
Exactly.
Sometimes. Well, I can't wait to see how it pans out. After the break, Jamie will be reading a stunning work of fiction, fit for a king, or a prince, actually. And we'll be bringing you the latest news and exclusives from the house. Enjoy the ads. Welcome back to Big Brother's Bit on the Side. We would have shown Julie and Clary our sexy crab, but we didn't think he was into that sort of thing. You learn something new every day, especially in this bit. It's time for the news. At 12:45 this afternoon, the situation went undercover on BB's secret mission to make the housemates feel uncomfortable.
Are those real?
What? These? Well, fucking yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say. Do you use spray deodorant or regular deodorant?
Regular.
Yeah.
Do you need some?
No. I just.
Oh, no.
Yeah, just go like this.
Yeah. You got your links.
Wait, smell.
Am I smelling?
Well, you could go. Yeah. No.
No,
I loved Van Damme. I loved Seagal.
Van Damme was my guy.
Yo, those were my guys. Of course. I didn't know too much about judo. I
wanted to have the body like
I didn't know any. I mean, did you know anything about judo? You know what I mean?
No, man.
I thought it was
like wrestling.
No, I didn't know anything about it. I was like, judo was for pussies. I didn't know. I mean, Julian, it will take 10 seconds. Let me see. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Just close your eyes. I'm not gonna do anything crazy.
I don't think I'm going to like this.
No, you're going to be fine.
I can already tell you're doing it really badly.
No way! I'm not doing
I know where my lips are.
See?
What's this? I'm confused as to what I've just witnessed.
I've lost for words.
#awkward. And as he completed every single one of his missions successfully, he was rewarded with his very own fist-pumping hot tub party.
Blue ones, right? Oh my god. Oh yeah.
That boy knows how to throw a bash. And finally, Rian got well emosh about Ashley.
I guess maybe because I wasn't... Well, I was straight with him from the start. I told him that I was seeing somebody. But I guess maybe he'd had a drink and he thinks he looks stupid now. I don't think he looks stupid. Like... And if I try and speak to him, he's not interested. I think you need to have a word with brother. Time to sort his life out.
If I walk in a room and walk out, he won't have any of my things. Like, and I know
because he really likes you.
Yeah, fancies you. Let's have it right. Oh, sorry.
But there's just a few things, and I'm just thinking.
Do you not fancy him?
No.
Well, bollocks then.
But I've told him, and this is why he won't.
And that's not a problem. Like Mike, for example.
But
he really likes me.
But I feel
I'm
like
seeing somebody, and it's not the time.
Exactly.
Mike's fine with it, but Ashley's.
No, he does respect it, has he?
Yeah.
But I feel like because I'm not giving him what he wants now, he's like, well,
Yeah.
I'm just avoiding it.
Thank God Auntie Julie was on hand. So that's Sunday's news sorted. But come Wednesday, either Rian, that's Ian with an R, or Jasmine and her enormous plastic rings will be out of there. Here are the numbers you need to save your fave. This week, Jasmine and Rian face the public vote. Who stays? You decide. To save Jasmine, from a landline call 0901 616 1706 or from a mobile 650 5806. To save Rian, From a landline, call 0901 616 1711, or from a mobile, 650 5811. Calls cost no more than 36p from BT landlines or any mobile. Calls from any other landlines may vary. Voting closes in Wednesday's show. Votes cast after the lines close won't be counted. For full terms, go to channel5.com/bbvote. Right, so what is occurring in the house right now? Ian with an I, are you there? Can I hear you though?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, good.
Just got to keep quiet because I don't want to get busted.
No, I don't want you to get busted.
Can we keep this short because I really need a wee? But at the moment...
All right, Julie.
Harvey and Michael are having a competition to see who can look the most like a 12-year-old boy.
Who's winning?
Michael's winning at the moment. I refuse to call him the situation.
I've noticed that.
I'm not playing that game. I'm having none of that.
Can you at least call him the sit?
No. Jasmine, the amazing thing is, Jasmine hasn't said one word the whole 5 minutes we've been here.
She's talking right now.
She's talking now. It wouldn't last. Martin Kemp has got eyes you could just dive into and lose yourself. Oh, they're amazing,
they're like
aren't
an
they?
azure ocean.
Oh, wonderful. Stuff that's been happening. Danica and Michael fell asleep together in the garden after the hot tub party.
Oh, sexy.
She is rinsing him. Is she?
That's the lingo.
She's rinsing him. Cheryl thinks that Tony from Hollyoaks is a plant and has asked him if he's playing. Am I the only one that thinks the Prince looks like Tony from Hollyoaks?
Oh no, he really does actually. If Tony's the one that ran the restaurant.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was watching it sort of with the sound down a bit. I went, oh, they've got Tony from Hollyoaks. That's a weird signing. But it's a Prince. It's a Prince. They should get Tony in.
Brilliant cross-channel reference. Thank you.
You're welcome. Back to the old days. And Martin has been giving the young judo lad tips on how to become an actor, which is ironic because let's be honest.
Be honest.
He's not the greatest actor in that thing where he was doing the Spandau Ballet song but acting it. That was embarrassing, wasn't it?
It was.
It was like
Ian,
a really bad drama school audition.
Ian, I'm loving this. Keep watching them, and we'll talk to you after the show.
Okay, have a little wee.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Good writer, isn't
he loves it.
He does.
Hi, Helen.
Hi.
Sorry, I'm sure you've got loads of stuff to tell me.
We've got no time.
Where should we start?
I've got loads to tell you about. Everyone online is talking about what you guys have been talking about, but they all want to talk about their chemistry in the house, what they think is the strongest chemistry. And do you know what everyone online thinks? Harvey and Julie's chemistry. Forget the sitch.
Oh yeah, no, but they're like quite a nice little friendship, aren't they?
Wendy Aeroplane says Harvey and Julie are electric.
Oh yeah, I agree.
I think so, but I don't think
Julie's
in that
a
way.
massive flirt, isn't she?
She is. Oh, it's really hot in here.
Yeah, it's really hot.
It's you. And Jasmine, Danica, John Brown says as bad as each other, really, which a lot of people online are saying as well.
There's a little throw, and it's your bit of autocue, which you really love, so I'm going to try and do that. There's something that says Helen somewhere. Let's find it, that bit. Do that bit.
Oh, hi. Yes, as ever, there'll be lots of up-to-date news all the time on channel5.com/Big Brother and Facebook/Big Brother UK for all details. And it's about the new task that's going in tomorrow.
So brilliant. I wanted to make sure you could
find out first there.
Ian gets arsey when you don't get your plug in, so I wanted to get it in. But that is it from us lot for today. I'm sorry, Helen. I'm sorry. All this is fast.
One more time.
Tune in tomorrow on 5 at 11 p.m. when Emma and Jamie will be joined by Kate Walsh and the legendary Michelle Gale. Next up on 5 Star, another chance to see The Bachelor. And by the way, there's these for you, which are from The Prince.
Oh, look at those.
He's also written a lovely bedtime story for Jamie.
Oh,
he's quite a charmer.
Isn't he? Oh, they smell nice.
Tonight's bedtime story comes from Prince Lorenzo Borghese, aged 40. There once was a turtle named Joseph in a time long, long ago. I'm sure it's going to get better. Joseph had many friends, but his best friend was a brown lizard named Jill. Jill and Joseph met on the beach. They had many things in common. One such thing was a lettuce. Oh, Christ. Joseph would often walk deep into the forest looking for the juiciest, is gourmet a verb now? Lettuce that he could find. One evening, Joseph didn't come back to his journey into the woods. Jill decided to go into the forest to look for Joseph. As Jill made her way into the forest, she heard a crack from a branch above her. Suddenly, the brightest pink flamingo, oh God almighty, the brightest pink flamingo fell out of the sky and scooped Jill up from the ground with a long but gentle beak. I'm sure it's got a great ending. Flamingo, where are you taking me? The flamingo replied and said, to Joseph. Within 10 minutes, Flamingo was able to cross the tiny island to the shore where there lay Joseph. Joseph was surrounded by 50 clean, crisp lettuce heads. Jill sprinted towards Joseph. Once in the lettuce, Jill could read a note Joseph had spent hours writing for her. It read, let us be friends. Let us be friends. Lettuce, oh, fuck off, Lorenzo, that was rubbish. A waste of my time.